State lawmakers can't quite cross the finish line on a bill that would greenlight the legal production of hemp in Nebraska. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, final approval has been delayed on a bill that would legalize the production of hemp in Nebraska. LB 657 was slated for final reading yesterday, but Senator Justin Wayne returned the measure to select file for technical amendments related to the state ag department oversight of the program. Some senators, like John Lowe, opposed the bill, saying it's part of the plan to get marijuana legalized in the state. Other senators contended that this bill would help the farm economy, save farmers, and improve income, but Bayard Senator Steve Erdman says he doesn't believe that to be the case.
I'll be keeping track and watching to see exactly how much hemp is growing and how much economic development this really does and how many farmers it really helps. What this will do is create a bunch of new farmers. This will create a bunch of farmers who have never grown anything in their life, who will grow hemp, and for many other reasons.
A delay of at least one more day is expected before the measure can appear on the legislative agenda for a final vote. Well, yesterday, folks at Morrill Elementary didn't learn how to bump, set, or spike, but they did get a quality presentation from Husker volleyball coach John Cook. Earlier this school year, Superintendent Joe Sherwood had the opportunity to see Cook speak and reached out to see if he would come to Morrill to share his insights on leadership to teachers. The event grew and became open to students, faculty, and the public. Before the program, students had the opportunity to take a photo with Coach Cook, and afterwards he spoke to attendees about how the school can work together and build culture, topics that are included in his book he wrote, Dream Like a Champion.
Anytime I can get out to the western part of the state and interact and try to make a difference and spread Nebraska volleyball and share Nebraska volleyball with people is certainly something we'd like to do.
The coach also talked volleyball, and Chris Cottrell will have that in sports later on. Well, coming up after the break, it's been a wild week weather-wise here in the Valley. Some nice spring temperatures could be making an appearance as early as tomorrow. Bill Boyer's got your full forecast coming up right after this.
Platte Valley Companies is your home team financial and insurance network that works for you.
When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in who you choose to handle your trust. Talking with someone about estate planning is a very sensitive thing. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local, serving our neighbors and friends.
Respect for tradition, coupled with vision that looks to the next frontier. Platte Valley Bank, a Platte Valley company, member FDIC.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
May is Beef Month, a time to celebrate the high-quality beef products that are raised by farmers and ranchers right here in Nebraska. With over 5 million cattle fed and marketed each year, Nebraska is the #1 cattle feeding state in the country. From steaks and roasts to ground beef and kebabs, Nebraska's beef producers take pride in raising safe, wholesome products that end up on dinner plates around the world. Join the beef community by celebrating Beef Month with your favorite beef meal tonight. Beef, it's what's for dinner in Nebraska.
Sponsored by Marker Ag and Roosevelt Public Power District.
How does Arby's sell the most euros in America? Having over 3,000 stores with this insane 2 for €6 deal certainly gives us a head start. Also, passion.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Not bad tonight. We're going to deal with some rain showers, I think, early on this evening. They should end by midnight or so, and then sunshine will break out tomorrow morning. Look at these temps, though, down into the upper 30s again. A chilly night, not as cold as what we've had. So rain showers early, sunshine breaks out tomorrow. I think it's going to be warmer this weekend, but wet and cooler for Monday and Tuesday, definitely, of next week. 52 yesterday, 100 was the record high for yesterday. Should have been at 74. We're closer than where we were out of the 30s at least yesterday. And another 0.05 of an inch of moisture. We're 3/4 of an inch above normal for the month and over 2 1/4 above normal for the year. And it looks like we have more in the way of precip coming. So we take a look at our 8 to 14 day outlook. These are temperatures right here in our part of the country. We're going to be above normal or below normal in temperatures as we go through the next 8 to 14 days. Better chances of below normal temperatures and wet as well, above normal precip as you look here in our region. Again, we're looking at mainly slight chances of above normal precip over the next 8 to 14 days. Temps right now are not bad, near 60 in Hayes and Hastings, 64 up in Norfolk, 53 Scottsbluff, 40 in Laramie. Closer to home, we're at 56 in Chadron, 39 though over here in Cheyenne. They've had fog and low clouds and some precip over there. 53 in Ogallala, Mullen at 55. Winds are out of the east-southeast at 15 to 20 miles an hour, so we still have some wind chills to deal with. Look at Cheyenne down to 30 for a wind chill, and it's definitely cold off in pockets there to the west of Cheyenne as temperatures have fallen into the 30s in that area, and again, wind chills even down into the 20s. Hard to see, but we actually have 3 different alerts on this map. Let's head back up to the northern part of the Panhandle where we do have this flood advisory that continues until 9 a.m. Friday now. It goes right along the White River here from Whitney north of Chadron. It does include the Whitney area. Again, that's an aerial flood advisory. If we go off to the southwest of there, or southeast of there, here's portions of Arthur and McPherson counties, which are under aerial flood advisories as well. This includes Arthur over to Bucktail, and then Tryon sets over in McPherson County. That aerial flood advisory continues for that area as well. And then we have a dense fog advisory here in portions of Wyoming. This is well to the west of Cheyenne. Cheyenne sitting here, and then off to the west we have this dense fog advisory up into the high country of Albany and Laramie counties. So that's what we have going on weather-wise in terms of alerts. We have some breezes out there that have been pretty stout through the day. Here comes this line of showers. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder with it. It goes through the area this evening and exits as we get towards sunrise tomorrow. Temps are going to cool off again tonight. Going to be another cold night out there into the upper 30s to low 40s across our region. Then tomorrow we're going to have a mostly sunny day. Winds are going to be lighter for the most part. We're still going to see some breezes, probably 15 to 25. Lighter winds look like they'll be coming for most of the weekend. But during the daylight hours tomorrow, we're going to see some breezes out there. Otherwise, sunny skies kick some of that moisture out of here. And we're going to warm up tomorrow, maybe near 70. Still not to near normal for most of us. 76 in Ogallala, Mullen at 75. So just a quick shot of precip tonight rolling across the area. A few hundredths is all we're expecting out of this. So it's going to be aggressive when it comes through, but not going to drop a ton of precip, and it's just not going to stick around very long. So a period of showers this evening, clearing overnight, 60 or 38 for a low. Tomorrow we're going to be dealing with some breezes, otherwise mostly sunny skies. How about that? 70 for a high tomorrow. Finally, feels like we're getting closer to normal. And the 7-day forecast doesn't look bad, especially at the beginning and the end of it. 70s for the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, bringing in a decent chance of some late-day thunderstorms on Sunday. We'll have to watch one or two of them possibly being strong. Better chances of rain and thunder on Memorial Day into early Tuesday morning. Then we clear out a little bit. We're only in the mid-50s for highs on Tuesday, back in the mid-60s Wednesday, and near 70 again by Thursday of next week with some isolated thunderstorms around. All in all, still normal or much below normal temps for the next 7 days.
How does Arby's sell the most euros in America? Having over 3,000 stores with this insane 2 for €6 deal certainly gives us a head start. Also, passion.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
KNEB presents country music rising star Dylan Scott.
I'm hooked on kissing.
Friday, August 16th at the historic Midwest Theater in Scottsbluff. Presented by Allo Communications and Viera Wireless. Tickets are on sale now at the Midwest Theater box office, by phone at 632-4311 or at MidwestTheater.com. Dylan Scott, August 16th at the historic Midwest Theater in Scottsbluff with KNEB.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition. Convenient stores in your neighborhood. Friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viera Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
A well-known doctor and longtime CEO at Regional West Medical Center has passed away. Dr. Todd Sorensen died on Tuesday at his Scottsbluff home following his battle with cancer. Dr. Sorensen began his medical practice in Scottsbluff back in 1976 and took over as CEO at Regional West in 1999 until his retirement in 2015. A memorial service will be held next Wednesday at the Gearing Civic Center at 1 p.m. Well, the Downtown Scottsbluff Association and City of Scottsbluff leaders are working on a Bands on Broadway summer concert series that would be centered around the 18th Street Downtown Plaza on Thursdays starting in July.
And that is kind of similar to Bands on the Bricks that Alliance has been doing successfully for some summers now. And we derived inspiration from that and decided to try to do our version. So we want to celebrate some of our local artists for the first few weeks of our series, and then look at getting some other artists that would have a little bit more national renown, I suppose, or at least area renown for the last 3 weeks of the series.
Kemble says the free 6-week series would include more than just music, with vendors on hand, kid and family-friendly activities, as well as a beer garden sponsored by the Flyover Brewing Company. And Wyoming Secretary of State Ed Buchanan is one of 3 finalists for a judgeship in Torrington. Buchanan said in a statement on Thursday that he would not pursue a job as a judge if he did not think his staff could transition smoothly to an appointed Secretary of the State. 8th Circuit Judge Randall Arp plans to retire in July, and the 8th Circuit covers Goshen, Niobrara, and Platte counties. Well, straight ahead, Chris Cottrell will have more with Nebraska volleyball coach John Cook. He's back at the sports desk right after this.
We've been an Allo customer from the beginning, 15 plus years.
Almost 15 years.
15 years now. They live here, they work here, they give back to our community. That's very important to us.
It's the difference of night and day between our old internet provider and Allo.
Having that reliability and that speed is extremely important.
Nobody matches that speed. It was a game changer.
Allo came to my site and helped me resolve an issue. At that point, I knew Allo was the company that I wanted to stick with.
Come on down to the mixing bowl if you are craving something homemade just like Grandma used to make. From glace and garlic sausage on Mondays to cabbage burgers and butterball noodle soup on Thursdays, you can't go wrong. And with everything in the bakery case baked fresh daily, you can count on a tasty treat with your morning or afternoon coffee. Stop in from 1 to 3 during the week to get 15% off any coffee or pastry during our coffee happy hour. The Mixing Bowl on 10th Street in Gearing, bringing great food and great people together.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for 2. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
A national champion head coach was in our own backyard this week as we get to today's update from the TV Sports Desk. Not just any national champion head coach. How about a 4-time national champion head coach? One of, if not the preeminent volleyball coach, not just in the country, but maybe the world. Talking about Nebraska Cornhuskers head coach John Cook. Coach Cook made a stop in Morrill yesterday to speak to the faculty and students and really anyone else that wanted to stop by and hear his dream big, dream like a champion speech. I caught up with Coach beforehand and said, Coach, you're in Morrill, Nebraska.
Yeah. First time through Morrill. I've been to Scotts Bluff a couple times, and I feel like I'm just on the other side of Wyoming right now.
Everyone that was on hand got to hear about the program, of course, and plenty of motivational topics and stories that Cook has leaned on over the years.
Team building, leadership, how we do things at Nebraska Volleyball, our culture, the tradition, and just kind of coaching wisdom that I've learned over the years that I'd like to share. There's a lot of teachers and coaches here today, so anytime I can, and I started off teaching 7th grade geography, so I've been there, and anytime I can make a difference and maybe inspire some people and share what we've learned at Nebraska Volleyball, it's a great day.
It was oh so close to that 5th national title last year. A heartbreaking setback to Stanford in the national title match. NU and Cook, they've sure built the top program in the country. And the expectations remain high for this next season that has first serve on August 30th.
We've got a very motivated group. We have no seniors, so this is probably the youngest team I've ever had. But this is also a team that had, 4 starters freshmen last year that, we were 3 points away from winning a national championship. So just like every year, the expectations are really high. We set big goals, and these players, based on what I've heard, they started back yesterday, Monday, and they came in shape, ready to go, and got after it. So that's always a good sign.
Even in defeat last year, the player that stood out the most of anyone in the entire NCAA tournament, Final Four included, was Michaela Fecke. She's one of the great athletes in the history of the university. She just started her tenure with the USA volleyball team, and there is no replacing Fecke with one individual.
I've already challenged our older players that there's not one player that can replace a Michaela Fecke. It's going to have to be a team effort, and it's going to have to be our returning players are going to have to get better, improve. They're going to have to, go to another level. And I've challenged some of even our best players who are all Americans, like, how are you going to take it up to the next level? Because that is going to be a big void that we're going to have to fill. So we'll do it as a team and hopefully individual improvement through several of those key players that are returning.
I think a big shout out needs to go out to Morrill School Superintendent Joe Sherwood for making Coach Cook's appearance happen, and the setup from AD Josh Garou, top notch as always down at Morrill. And of course, a thank you to John Cook for making the Panhandle a priority. We will have some Legion baseball tonight quickly with Gearing Platte Valley Companies finally playing their season opener. They're on the road at Alliance. Radio coverage tonight with Jeff Kelly. That broadcast on 101.7 The Trail and KNEB.com starting at around 6:45 or 7 o'clock following the juniors game tonight there at Alliance. That's the latest today from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan comes back to check the community calendar when we come back right after this on KNEB.TV.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First Free Checking.
What are you waiting for? A 6-year limited powertrain warranty? Savings on performance-matched implements? 0% APR financing for up to 5 years? Head down to your local Kubota dealer before September 30th and take advantage of this incredible offer on the BX Series, America's best-selling subcompact tractor. Kubota, this is what we do.
Come into Sandberg Implement, your local Kubota dealer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gearing.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Platte Valley Companies is your home team financial and insurance network that works for you.
Platte Valley Bank provides a broad range of financial tools for your short and long-term business needs. Our experienced commercial lenders will work with you every step of the way to help your business grow. At Platte Valley Bank, we are proud to provide you with local decisions by hometown people for your hometown business.
Respect for tradition, coupled with vision that looks to the next frontier. Platte Valley Bank, a Platte Valley company, member FDIC.
And finally tonight, before we break for the evening, it's time once again to honor the First State Bank Community Champion for the month of May. For this month's Community Champion, First State Bank President Mike Downey braved Tuesday's snow to make a surprise visit to the Wildcat Hills Nature Center, where Superintendent Gary Shoemaker was selected for his heavy community involvement.
You are, oh great. Yeah, you
are First State Bank's community champion for this month.
Okay.
For all your work with Boy Scouts and the Nature Center.
This is my boss, by the way.
Yeah, I think he may have known.
Okay.
You know, for Kiwanis and Rotary and all the things that you do for the community.
Oh, okay.
So we thought you were a great choice for that, and I appreciate all you do. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
I know firsthand how much you do.
Okay.
Because you helped so many ways and things I've been involved in. So.
Shoemaker moved to the area in 2012 as the executive director for the Boy Scouts and has been involved with the community ever since.
So gotten very involved with the community down with Kiwanis, Rotary, church functions, United Way. I'm still involved in all the above in different facets and different functions. Strongly believe in helping the community out and integrating everything to make the place a better place to be.
And how does he juggle his time with always giving back?
Yeah, well, it's all, as my professional career with the scouting was 27 years in length, and I grew up in the fast with a strong belief in giving to the community, because this is my 52nd year in scouting as a registered scouter. So it started when I was very young, and my father and mother were very involved in the community as I grew up. I grew up in major metropolitan areas, so most of the work that my parents did were involved in like large community groups, integrating hospitals and that sort of thing during the 60s. So it started there as far as the fabric of doing it, and I've just always done it because it was always to give, serve.
As far as his nomination as First State Bank's community champion, Gary said he was blindsided by it and never thought about doing these things for the recognition.
It means a lot. It means quite a bit. Because bulk majority of them are my friends, so I see them on a frequent basis. Like, for example, Mike, who just came in, and I see him weekly at Rotary, so and knowing him for the context of the scouting program, so it's actually nice to be recognized. So yeah, but no, I don't do it for the recognition. As the recognition I get is the afterlife when God says, "Good job."
Congratulations once again to Gary Shoemaker, the First State Bank Community Champion for the month of May. And if you'd like to nominate a deserving individual who has made a positive impact on our community, you can find nomination forms online at www.fsbcentral.com. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.